historic Lambeau Field. Fittingly, it butts up against Lombardi Avenue here in the heart of Green Bay, Wisconsin. We all know this community lives for its Packers, and the green and gold came out of the tunnel a short time ago, and it was loud. We are ready for football. So are they, as the Packers get set to match up. With the Kansas City Chiefs. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Murray, another catch for Valdez-Scantling. He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point that continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Off the option, it's Jones. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Move the chains. A gain of 7 on 3rd down. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive. Couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
They'll run it with Jones. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
Because his primary job is defending against the pass, you don't often see a cornerback making tackles in the backfield. But he's playing run all the way here.
So a nightmare start to the drive as they're already staring at 2nd and long. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever met, I think that'll be addressed loudly when those guys get to the sideline.
And they're usually loud and big. A check down here to Jones. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. A gain of 4, not enough. And it looks like punt time on their opening drive as it's 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Nice run defense presented there, and what I mean by that is discipline. Guys filling the right gaps in the right holes, no one over pursuing, and making a very nice play.
Here's 2nd and 9. Mahomes going to throw. He gets this to Davante Adams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. We're scoreless after 1. The Chiefs with the football as we start the second quarter, as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. Now here's Mahomes. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's caught. It's Kelce. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelce, 46 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive.
Well, the lost sleep that the defensive coordinator had all week preparing for this game, a good portion of it was trying to prepare for him because he's absolutely a phenomenal player.
And a lot of times around the goal line, they know it's going to him. It's just so hard to stop.
And that's where it really becomes difficult because you're exactly right. They know it's going to him, yet they still can't stop it. That tells you when you're a dominant player.
Don't stop that motor. Who wants some? Get me! Let's go! Let's go! Let's give him a show. We got him! Hey, keep it going, dog. Keep it going. Oh, yeah. Time to go to work. Let's go. I can't hear you.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Returning it, Hill. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
On 2nd and 7, Murray. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time. And now it's 3rd down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Throwing now is Murray. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
No surprise they decided to throw on 3rd down. A little bit of a surprise that they completed the pass and lost yardage on the play.
On now is the Packers punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And out will come the offense as they take over. Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. On first down, Mahomes. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Was Zadarius Smith there getting in and bringing him to the ground. Boy, that's tough, Charles. First play of the drive, you're hoping to stay ahead of schedule. You take that huge sack, and now you're facing 2nd and a mile.
And the entire time, you're probably thinking the same thing I was. Either get rid of the ball safely, of course, or go down. The yardage he gave up on that play, that's going to be tough for them to make up.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. They set up the screen to Chubb. And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the first. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you can get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves, that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense heading back for one final first half drive. And they really won't have much time to work with, just 19 seconds showing on the clock. 19 seconds showing to play in the half as they come up here 1st and 10. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Chiefs on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, just the one touchdown in that first half, 7-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. The third quarter starts with a run by Chubb, and he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Offensive line really didn't give him any room to maneuver on that play.
Things closed pretty quickly, didn't they? And how about the wrap-up at the end of that tackle? Left no doubt there would be no additional yardage to be found.
Green Bay, Wisconsin is the spot. Third quarter inside Lambeau. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot, and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed them up.
3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. We talk a lot about setting the tone to start the game. Well, you want to start the tone right in the third quarter as well, and nearly lost a football there in their first drive.
And sometimes we overdo it when we talk about halftime adjustments and what teams are going to do. Most of the time, it's just a matter of executing the game plan you brought in. But I'll guarantee you, they didn't draw that play up on the whiteboard at halftime. They're fortunate to retain possession.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Lambeau Field, one of the best home field advantages in the NFL, no doubt. And they're a happy bunch here as the Packers lead 3rd quarter. He fights forward for a couple with a penalty flag down. And the linemen, they're already walking back. So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2. Murray. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
And, partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18. Now Murray. And Murray in trouble here, and down he goes. Aaron Donald with a sack.
We are seeing 2 really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Finding some room at midfield. And he will slide down with a good gain. Give him 23 yards on the pickup. And it'll be 4th down.
And they had an extra defensive back on the field on that play, and the coverage was excellent. He tried to pull it down and run for it, but they rallied to him and kept him short of a 1st down.
And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the 2nd miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw taken in by Adams. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. And he went in route there from the slot for the completion.
Love how he runs his routes because it's all setting up your defender. Give him a little something one way, take it the other way. Head and shoulder fake. Sometimes you make one step to the outside, then break it inside. Really well-run route.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And Chubb fighting, but nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped short of that 1st down marker. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on 1st down. Going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They go play action. Now Mahomes. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Boy, tight game like this, 4th quarter, personal foul penalties, a no-no.
Yeah, we know the emotions are running high. The tensions are the same. Who can control them best could ultimately win it.
So 1st and 10 after a big mistake on 4th down with a penalty. Mahomes now to throw. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on first and second downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The job of any linebacker involves having enough strength to fight off a blocker and get the ball carriers. But in this case, I think we can safely say he beat him right off the snap to get into the backfield and make that play.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. To throw, it's Mahomes. Complete, the tight end, Kelsey. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Here's Mahomes to throw. This is caught. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Davante Adams. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. But that makes this a 2-score ball game. And, you know, the way this thing has been going, Charles, 2 scores kind of feels like 3 or 4 scores.
Yeah, that's a great observation. It's been a heck of a battle, hasn't it? And points have been at a premium throughout this game. So you have to wonder, is this going to be too much for them to overcome?
Extra point by Butker is on target. And that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we were talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
Meanwhile, Murray's throw taken in by Valdez-Scantling. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Let's just make this one simple. Could he be any more open than he was on that play?
Yeah, they lost him going to the outside.
Hard to believe, because you go through your accounting on each and every defensive snap. Who's got who, what defense you're in. That was totally a blown coverage.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 7 yards there and a first down.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw is Murray. Complete, Valdez-Scantling. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of the formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there, couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
Able to find Jones. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
We often talk about understanding the playbook, understanding progressions, and understanding what the defense is doing. We saw all of that on that play. Great recognition and understood where his running back was going to be. Found a way to have him leak out underneath, hit him with the football, and they picked up the first down.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Too many zeros on the stat sheet thus far. No touchdown passes, no points for his team, but he remains undaunted. Still attempting to get his team on the scoreboard, firing the ball downfield.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Let's go. 53's the mic. 53.
From the gun, Murray. This one swung out here to Jones. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a first down.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out.
Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball.
Murray now on first down. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
If he's their best threat on offense, use your #1 cover guy on defense. It doesn't matter about size.
They have had him locked up. That just his first catch of the game. Big reason why they're down. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
And now defensively in the 2-minute drill, the big key to me, make sure you understand your assignments, and anytime you get a chance to tackle someone in bounds, get them on the ground.
2nd and 10.
Number 53, Mike 53.
Here's Murray. Steps away to his left. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down.
53's the mic. 53. Check 53.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Well, he was just trying to contain DeAndre Hopkins, and he got a little too close.
And we can line up in different spots on the field and come at you from different angles. Different guys have to cover them, and all of them have the same issue. How do you do it without interfering? In this case, it didn't get done.
Everyone got 4.
Shotgun now for Murray. And it's caught. He's got it for a late touchdown, but probably a little too late. It would take a miracle of epic proportions if they're going to pull this one off. Coming from where they were, they knew this was going to be tough, but they got the touchdown. Now they need the miracle, the onside kick and a little extra.
Yeah, and you have to get the onside kick and not have the ball bounce around a lot and eat up time. You want to be able to grab it, possess it, and get your offense out there for what you just termed a miracle last chance.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So with 13 on the clock, it's time for an onside kick. And the Chiefs have got it. And with that, they should have a victory as well. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, It was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. A little clock management 101.
Second down, here's Chubb again. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. Victory in the cards now for the Chiefs as they take a knee here. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They'll run for it. Chubb. And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on 4th down. But, Charles, a 1-score game. Down to the end we went. They had one final play in that 1-score game. We all knew what was coming, the Hail Mary. They just couldn't get it done.
Wasn't exactly complicated, was it? We all knew, as you said, and
Well, the sun has gone down, and so has the temperature, as EA Sports welcomes you to GEHA Field at venerable Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. The scene just a few moments ago, predictably loud and raucous here at Arrowhead as their beloved Chiefs took field, and they are set to match up with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. First carry for Nick Chubb. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. A give. This is Chubb. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Let's make these babies cry on the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry.
They toss it left side to Chubb, and he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. And Ndamukong Suh, unblockable there as he got in there to make the stop behind the line.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
2nd and 13. Mahomes. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
But Charles, you think about these two teams, and think about how long it's been since we've had the same two teams play in the Super Bowl back-to-back years. You have to go back to the Cowboys and Bills almost 30 years ago in the 90s. That's the only time that it's happened in the Super Bowl era. So I'm curious, what kind of chances do you see of us having a Kansas City-Tampa Bay Super Bowl in L.A. come February?
Well, you just pointed out how difficult it is for one team to get back to the Super Bowl, let alone the same two teams to play against each other. So the odds are against them, but would we tell either one of these teams they can't get back there? We think they're two of the best in the league. It shouldn't surprise us if it happens, but it is going against historical precedent. But remember last year, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, they won the Super Bowl in their own stadium. The only time that's happened in Super Bowl history, too.
A 40-yard punt, no return, and the Bucs are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. A first carry for Leonard Fournette. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Fournette once more on 2nd down. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. And look there, not a good sight. Gronkowski down. And you just hope it's not that knee again. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to KC. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. There's Wilson. Evans has it left side. And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. Third down conversion here is big. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Fournette running right. And he's got room. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. It's a gain of 16. First down, Tampa Bay. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? Five or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Unable to get it to Gronkowski that time. But now it'll be third down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
From the gun on third down, Wilson. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 18. A gain of 22. No score after one on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, he left no doubt about that one because even though he hasn't left the pocket, he's got a receiver in the area, so it's not grounding, even though there's no way that ball was going to be caught.
Here's 2nd and 10. Running left, it's Fournette. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down.
And Brandon, every running back wants to use their speed in order to get out in front of things. Sometimes you just have to be patient, let blocks develop. On that play, that didn't happen.
On third down, Fournette. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down. And Suckup will put this one right through, and the Bucs take a 3-0 lead. A lot of energy in this building tonight, but the opening drive produces 3, maybe quiets them just a bit, at least momentarily.
Just a little, right? That's all you're asking for, right? Things just getting started. You know they haven't taken the momentum totally here, but at the same time, they like what they've done here in the early going.
The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. This one taken just inside the 10.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. Now here's Mahomes.
That one tipped, and it's incomplete. But good hands there defensively, and it's 2nd down. This Bucs defense, do you remember, pretty stout last year, the number 6 overall unit in the NFL.
And I think that as the season wore on, and you pointed this out to me as well, you start to see some of their rookies begin to figure things out. And they played a little more like a top 2 or 3 defense down the stretch. And I would say that in the playoffs and through the Super Bowl, they were truly the best defense in the NFL.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Just a yard to go here on 2nd down. Now Mahomes. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
He was trying to get that one out to his running back out of the backfield, but that one was read and timed perfectly, and they were able to break it up.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. From the gun, it's Mahomes. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield.
And he will have a Chiefs 1st down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a 1st down.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. That's caught left side by Hardman. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver, and it results in an incomplete pass.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. It's caught here by Adams. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
In the red zone, precision is the watchword. If the throw's a little too early, too late, maybe off a little bit, going to be a good chance that any attempt is going to be a contested one, and that one falls incomplete.
Now it's Mahomes again. Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out
Okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
Well, the Bucs going to take over now late in this first half. And you wonder if they'll just take this 3-0 lead to the locker room. 2nd down, back to Fournette. And from the 4, they get it to the 8 on a pickup of 4.
The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Wilson. And going deep for Hill.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed.
And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Drops it off for Chubb. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
From the 27, Mahomes. They set up the screen to Chubb. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now here's a timeout, as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. Butker's kick here is good. And that will knock things up here late in the first half. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And what we loved on the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football, it says finish on it, because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
Field goals all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, they'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
One more drive here for the Buccaneer offense in this first half. And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just 1 snap of the football.
And we will likely not see another play here as they take the knee and head into the intermission all time. You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. Second half ready to roll. 2 field goals, the combined output in half number 1. Could be first touchdown wins.
And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback.
Second half beginning with a run from Fournette. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
But they're certainly not neglecting their run duties as well as they ate up the blockers in front and allowed the secondary to get home.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked up by Xavier Howard. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And he's taken down inside the 30. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
On first down, Mahomes. Throw right side going to be caught by Hardman. A gain of 6 there on first. Second and 4. Here's Mahomes to throw. His throw incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. They go play fake. Mahomes. Robinson's got it. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that
first.
wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's 1st and goal. Throwing now is Mahomes. He's got it. Touchdown. Nick Chubb from 8 yards out, and the Chiefs have taken the lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead is now 10-3. After the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. No run back here for Jones, a touchback. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
In man coverage, your number one cardinal rule, don't get beat deep. And that's why the comeback route is so effective, because that's how they're selling it, Brandon. Taking you all the way upfield before breaking it back down.
On first down, Wilson. He'll get it once more into the hands of Hill. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. A handoff to Fournette. And he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of 7.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
3 yards remain for second down. Now Wilson. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 14. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. We're back now in KC. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's first and 10. It's Buccaneer football, but they've got work to do. They find themselves behind here to start the fourth quarter. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. Second and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Fournette once more on second down. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. 64 yards rushing for him now to this point.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
On third and 1, Wilson. And this is caught. It's pulled in by Gronkowski. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's first and goal. Fournette. Into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. Calling no gain, and it's going to be second and goal. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Second down and goal. Wilson. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Leonard Fournette there to make the grab. And the Bucs are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A fourth quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth.
Time to go to work. Let's go. Oh, don't be scared. You smell like a checker's draw. Leave it alone. Let's go. Wow. He's doing it bad. Let it go. Shut him down. Shut him down. Do this. Start early. Come on, guys. Let's go.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
He was looking for his tight end, Kelsey, but it'll be second down. They give the Chubb out of the gun. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Let's see, the Bucs with 6 DB, so a dime set here on third down. Mahomes going to throw. Pass complete to Chubb. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. Here's the Chiefs punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
There's Wilson. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You're having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
Now Wilson. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Third and long coming up defensively. You pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. If you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback and then make sure you blanket the field.
Wilson to throw. And that will be incomplete as well. This defense looking impenetrable now. 3 straight incompletions. They're giving him nowhere to go with the football. Maybe a little frustrated back there?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. When he missed on 3 straight, there's going to be some frustration. But now he's got to make sure that that frustration is temporary, not lingering. Big throw coming up.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. And now here comes Kansas City. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line. What do you think? Play this safe? Just worry about getting to OT?
Yeah, don't make any risky throws. It's going to change the outcome. But if anyone slips, take the big shot.
The Chiefs will try and get to the line quickly. Mahomes. Looking for Kelsey on the deep ball. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one goes for 36 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. Jamal Adams coming up from his safety spot to make the play. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They run it again with Chubb. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. Third down, trying to get a little bit closer. From here, the field goal would be 55 yards. Handoff comes to Chubb. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game.
Harrison's on third down for the field goal of 49 yards.
Butker's kick here is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. Now Jones. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Back now comes Tampa Bay. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Throwing now is Wilson. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
Probably time for 2 more shots, and ideally, they'd like to get to midfield or so they have a chance at a Hail Mary on the final play.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Back to throw. Flush to his right. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. To throw. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you've got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively, and tackle someone.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on fourth down, this is a big call. Gronk, so tough to cover. Sometimes the flag is going to come out.
His size and his ability create a lot of these pass interference calls. If you're trying to go through him to get to the ball, that's almost impossible, and he benefits on the play.
4 quarters not enough. We're all even, and to overtime we go.
How much fun is this for everyone who's watching?
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Wide open, Gronkowski. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The Bucs passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down. To throw is Wilson. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Looking for his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski, and it's second down.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. To throw again is Wilson. He'll check this one off to Fournette. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. The Bucs passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down.
Well, I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield. And he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
On first and 10, it's Wilson. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. It was Frank Clark that time who got in there to bring him down. Tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly? Meaning the guys in front of them had almost no chance to block them. They were on him in a hurry.
Here's a throw caught by Gronkowski, and he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 14. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. A lot of efficiency here on this drive. Heck, this may be their best drive of the game.
Yeah, if they'd moved it like this throughout the entire game, we probably wouldn't be here in overtime. But right now, what you just said was the key word, efficiency. Taking care of the ball, move it downfield, get themselves in a position to score, and win this game.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
The touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Being chased out left. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. Better places in the country weather-wise this time of year than this one right here, Tampa, Florida, and beautiful Raymond James Stadium. With the echoes of cannon blast still ringing in our ears from the north end zone, the Bucs were introduced a moment ago, and they are all set as their guys will do. With the Kansas City Chiefs. And Kansas City's offense now set, ready to go. Throwing on first down is Murray. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. Taken down, losing yardage back at the 27. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher, 3rd and 6.
Hey, we often talk about defensive ends setting the edge, sometimes even the outside linebackers, but how about here? This is a cornerback essentially setting the edge and finishing off that play for a loss.
Throwing now is Murray. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Edwards-Helaire. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Right back to Edwards-Helaire on first down. He'll get 3 up to midfield. But Charles, you think about these two teams, and think about how long it's been since we've had the same two teams play in the Super Bowl back-to-back years. You have to go back to the Cowboys and Bills almost 30 years ago in the 90s. That's the only time that it's happened in the Super Bowl era. So I'm curious, what kind of chances do you see of us having a Kansas City-Tampa Bay Super Bowl in L.A. come February?
Well, you just pointed out how difficult it is for one team to get back to the Super Bowl, let alone the same two teams to play against each other. So the odds are against them, but when we tell either one of these teams they can't get back there, we think they're two of the best in the league. It shouldn't surprise us if it happens, but it is going against historical precedent. But remember last year, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, they won the Super Bowl in their own stadium. The only time that's happened in Super Bowl history, too.
And he'll hit the deck, but he did not get there. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Wilson. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them.
That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Let's go. Mike, 53. 53. Mike.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Dumps it off to Fournette. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. So for this defense, a tall order ahead trying to defend against Russell Wilson. Charles, your keys for how they might go about keeping him in check?
Well, before we even get to the keys, let's start with the problems he presents, because he feels pressure so well. He's got a great 6th sense, maybe even a 7th and 8th. He knows where the pressure's coming from. He knows how to slide away from it, sometimes run away from it, and then he finds good throwing lanes to deliver downfield. So to me, it's that pressure inside, big, tall guys to make him try and throw over them and make his height work against him.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football. A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. On first down, Wilson. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Chris Godwin that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Here's a give to Fournette. Oh, he shifts past him, and they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer first down. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
Now Leonard Fournette. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Wilson. Gets this one to Hill. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't, because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, he was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch. Maybe you move some motion. Maybe you put them on the backside of a formation, and all of a sudden you've got a better matchup. Every now and then, the offensive guys, they figure a way to get him open, even with everyone keeping eyes on him.
And that's certainly a guy they want to keep trying to scheme open. So 1st and goal from the 9-yard line. Now Wilson. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Oh, now it's free. Hill fumbled it, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. The drive will begin with a run by Edwards-Helaire. And he will double the space they have to work with as they take it from the 2 to the 4. Well, this Bucs defense, you remember, pretty stout last year, the number 6 overall unit in the NFL.
And I think that as the season wore on, and you pointed this out to me as well, You start to see some of their rookies begin to figure things out, and they played a little more like a top 2 or 3 defense down the stretch, and I would say that in the playoffs and through the Super Bowl, they were truly the best defense in the NFL.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And they have a first down and well into field goal range also at the 16 now.
And that's a much-needed completion right there on third down. Really a sigh of relief, isn't it? They're backed up deep. You know they don't want to give the ball back to the other guys a great field position. They needed that throw, that completion, that first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. And that's complete to Adams. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. So plenty of action on the field, but no action right now on the scoreboard, at least as of yet. 0-0 is our score. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
And Charles, a scoreless first half. How does that change how you assess things here moving forward?
Well, it doesn't change.
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. Give him 30 yards there.
Now the red challenge flag makes an appearance as Andy Reid wants a second opinion. So the decision to throw the flag, a good one by Andy Reid. The 2nd and 10 now as we roll along in the third quarter from Tampa.
Now it's Wilson. Pass incomplete.
Well, as we all know, possessions are crucial in a tie game, and let's face it, I really didn't need to tell you that. You already knew it. So when he sees he's got nothing good going, an excellent decision to just send that one to the sideline.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Throwing is Wilson. Throw right side caught by O.J. Howard. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Murray flips this forward on a jet sweep. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line.
Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 11 now. Murray. That's caught left side by Hardman. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
9 yards on the play and a first down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
First down, Murray. He'll find his running back, Edwards-Helaire. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 34.
They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval. It's a welcome sign of life that this offense needed.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. This is caught by Robinson. And he's brought down. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
It doesn't matter where on the field he is. Even down here in the red zone, he is still slippery with the ball in his hands, and he was almost able to work his way into the end zone. Instead, they'll have to settle for 1st and goal, but they'll take it.
Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Edwards-Helaire. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
That's an excellent stop right there here in this tie game. They're doing their best to hold the fort and at least force a field goal attempt.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. One more time with Edwards-Helaire. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Clyde Edwards-Helaire. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs have taken the lead here in the final seconds of the third quarter.
Well, these two teams battled through a scoreless first half. Finally, a breakthrough here in quarter number 3.
And I just wonder how that played for both of them psychologically, because when you battle through a scoreless first half, now you know that every possession is increasingly crucial. Who can put points on the board, make the other team chase? Wonder if you get a lift and if they get deflated a little bit.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Now Jones. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Well, time to get another look at this Buccaneer offense. Now, the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
Wiggles free. Three quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Tampa. It's Buccaneer football, but they've got work to do. They find themselves behind here to start the fourth quarter. They go play action now. Wilson. He finds his tight end, Howard. That's complete. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
I got kicked out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations. but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And yet again, it's Howard with a catch. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Wilson will throw again. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. Just they move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary. And I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Now it's Wilson. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Well, I guess at the very least, they got the tackle from keeping him out of the end zone.
Yeah, you're looking for that silver lining, aren't you? But guess what? Everything changes now after that big play. They've got a chance to strike.
Wilson to throw. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Chris Godwin from 6 yards away. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the posts, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for 2 here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, it's been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flag to catch. Tomorrow.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Williams to return. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. KC's offense ready to take over. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Murray to throw. They'll set up the screen to Edwards-Helaire. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. Now Murray. Finding Kelsey. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there.
Edwards-Helaire as they run out of the gun.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Here's the Chiefs punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Now Wilson. Connecting with Hill. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. Here's Wilson. He'll get it once more into the hands of Hill. And that could be a killer. He'll lose yardage and tackled inbounds. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Throwing now is Wilson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Final whistle blows, and we need some extra time here to decide who will be the victor.
60 minutes, just not enough some days to decide who's going to win the game.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
And it's been loud in here so far. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Overall, I'd have to say that was just really good team defense because to me, you can't pin that one on the running back. He had no shot there. He had a man in his face immediately.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. First throw of overtime for Murray. And his throw here is incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means he'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Murray. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Well, their defense did its job. Now they're going to get the football with a chance to win it.
And it feels like they ran out on the field, and right before they did, they told the offense, don't worry about this. We got you. Okay, we've got the situation under control. We'll get it back for you for a chance to win the game, and boy, they did it well.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
That part 1 is done. Now part 2. Oh, nice move. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Fournette. And this time not as successful, as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there. Second down.
I would think as a play caller, you want to look for some quick hitters to your tight end. Any type of a route to replace where that linebacker was. Because when you saw the speed with which he reacted and stuffed that play, maybe use that speed against him in the future.
Now what can Wilson do here in the OT? He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. Here's Wilson. And the throw there going to be incomplete. A big call here in overtime. They're going for it on 4th down. They'll go with a big back Fournette. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. Now another timeout called for by the offense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here in OT. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. From the gun, it's Wilson. Flushed out right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. Fournette running out of the gun. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 2nd and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And Fournette trying to power his way forward, but I don't think he got there. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming from the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. One overtime. How about two? We need another. We're still even. We'll switch sides and have that second overtime in just a moment. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. Okay, so interesting here. A field goal would win this thing, but the kicking team on the sideline, and they're going for it on fourth down. And he's not going to get in. They stop him at the one. Leonard Fournette denied on 4th and goal. And the ball's going to be going back to the Chiefs. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. This being their second opportunity in overtime, 3rd overall drive. See if they can settle into a rhythm.
And that's what you're looking for. Get a few first downs, move the ball downfield, have some confidence, get yourself in a spot where you can at least kick a field goal to win it. But I tell you this, if I'm the play caller, I'm looking at that part of my sheet that says playmakers. Get the ball in their hands, critical situation, now's their time.
Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stump that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Murray going to throw. He'll swing this one out to Edwards-Helaire. And he's going to be out of bounds up past the 5. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. I know they may want to go for this, but the smart play probably to punt it, even given the field position, right?
In a sense, you honor what they've done all game. And this is a defense that's held the score down, kept it tight, kept you right in it, and they're really jonesing for one more shot. Give it to them. Let them play defense for you and give you a better chance to win the game.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Neither team scored yet. Now we go to sudden death. Next points win this game.
How about the tension right now? It is ratcheted up, isn't it? I mean, now whatever happens, points are scored. That's your ball game. Can't wait to see the defense now. Do they get a little more aggressive in order to not let a team just drive the ball easily down the field?
Got to be careful, though, right?
Yeah, if you're too aggressive and just give up something easy and cheap. But some defensive coordinators, they'd rather take a stand that way as opposed to being nickeled and dimed down the field.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now Wilson. Right side, that's complete to Gronkowski. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A shotgun give to Fournette. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. 2nd down, back to Fournette. Down to the 25. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6. And that carry probably not so much for yardage, just to get the spot that you want to kick the field goal.
In any yardage game, there's really kind of gravy, and this just becomes what my old coach used to say. Get into position to be in position. And that's what they want, the right spot for their kicker to line up the field goal.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
55 rushing yards rushing for him now as he is just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That's their second and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. And they take the lead here now. Better places in the country weather-wise this time of year than this one right here, Tampa, Florida, and beautiful Raymond James Stadium. Just a short time ago, the Buccaneers emerging from their tunnel to the roar of this frenzied crowd here in the Sunshine State. And we're in the big ship, and fittingly, everyone here ready to do battle as Tampa Bay gets ready to match up with the Kansas City Chiefs. And the Chiefs now getting set to go. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. The drive will start with an option going left. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down. But, Charles, you think about these two teams, and think about how long it's been since we've had the same two teams play in the Super Bowl back-to-back years. You have to go back to the Cowboys and Bills almost 30 years ago in the 90s. That's the only time that it's happened in the Super Bowl era. So I'm curious, what kind of chances do you see of us having a Kansas City-Tampa Bay Super Bowl in L.A. come February?
Well, you just pointed out how difficult it is for one team to get back to the Super Bowl, let alone the same two teams to play against each other. So the odds are against them, but would we tell either one of these teams they can't get back there? We think they're two of the best in the league. It shouldn't surprise us if it happens, but it is going against historical precedent. But remember last year, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, they won the Super Bowl in their own stadium. The only time that's happened in Super Bowl history, too.
On 2nd down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. And right away, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. So they will set up shop. Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this. Kansas City taking the field for their 2nd drive. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the 2nd sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though. And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
On 4th down, Tommy Townsend to punt for Kansas City.
A 41-yard punt there with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brandon, that's what you call being manhandled at the point of attack. And I know the offensive line gets a lot of blame for that one. But occasionally, the defense just knows what you're going to do. Maybe they scouted it perfectly. Maybe someone tipped it off. But on that play, it had no chance.
And the Chiefs' D closes in on him again, and they drop him behind the line. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
Well, let's face it, that's just a helpless feeling for a running back there. He's looking up to find a hole, and all he finds is a whole lot of ticked-off linebacker.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Throwing is Wilson. That's to his running back, Leonard Fournette. Able to power through, and he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the 1st down marker. 5 yards, and that means they come up short as they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. $40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return, and it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. And now here comes Kansas City. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Now a swing pass. It's Edwards-Helaire. Oh, the ball is out. Edwards-Helaire lost it. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And he returns it to the end zone. A fumble recovery touchdown for the Bucs. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score. And a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower postgame. Extra point up and good by Succop. And that makes the score 7-0. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Taken at the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A good pickup there at 22.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs. In this case, the feet, did a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
And this Bucs defense, you remember, pretty stout last year. The number 6 overall unit in the NFL.
And I think that as the season wore on, and you pointed this out to me as well, you start to see some of their rookies begin to figure things out. And they played a little more like a top 2 or 3 defense down the stretch. And I would say that in the playoffs and through the Super Bowl, they were truly the best defense in the NFL.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Chiefs with the football as we start the second quarter. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Murray now on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. A shotgun snap and a give to Edwards-Helaire. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
A first trip to the red zone for KC. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. From the gun, Murray. And it's caught. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
Play fake. Murray. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Shaquille Barrett in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Murray now to throw. Flush to his right, and he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Kyler Murray, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
Oh, Davis from the top rope. I like it. Extra point by Butker is on target, and we are tied here in the second quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for. There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of Central Casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
Let's go. 53's the mark. 53. Check 53.
Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson throwing middle, but it's incomplete. The running back, Leonard Fournette, his intended receiver, and it'll bring up third down. Now Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. That one caught by Tyreek Hill, and able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. A pass underneath for Fournette. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson. Flushed out right, and he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Succop's kick is good, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football. It's something they've worked out since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. On the return, Williams. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Chiefs going to go back on offense one final time in this first half. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So we've hit halftime here in Tampa with the Bucs out in front. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start the third quarter. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Play action. Now Wilson. And going deep for Hill. This is caught at the 20. And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second in just about a few inches here.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
On second and very short. Wilson quickly to Gronkowski. That's caught. And the Buccaneers are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart, because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
A line of scrimmage once again, the 5, as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Here's Wilson. Touchdown! Ron Gronkowski, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Buccaneers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
The big fella was the recipient there for that touchdown pass, and it seems like more and more the tight end is the guy you have to worry about most in the passing game.
Extra point put through by Succop, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Williams now on the return. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you, because the spot they're in now, is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call.
So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
To throw is Murray. Completes it to Hardman.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit and another first down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Eluding the pressure right. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. They'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage.
To throw again on 2nd down. Murray, he'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey.
And the Bucs are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. Oh, Fournette loses it. It's out, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
Well, you had an offense working with a comfortable 2-score lead here in the 3rd. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look.
Back now comes Tampa Bay. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. 3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Tampa. It's the Bucs. They've got the football. They also are in front here on the scoreboard as we start the 4th. They keep it with Fournette on 1st down. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Xavier Howard. The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48.
Murray's throw taken in by Adams.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Meanwhile, Murray's throw pulled in by Robinson here.
A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
Can you do any more work or make it more dramatic for not much gain than what we just saw there? Did you see how his toes got down? Tip-tap, got him down. But what did he get out of it?
He sold the sizzle. He just had no steak.
I mean, was it 1 yard?
Yeah, plays like that, you at least expect a first down. They're just 1 yard. A gain of 4 on the play, and that's going to bring up a third down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
Murray to air it out again. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll try and run some clock with Fournette. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. They'll run it again with Fournette. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. On 3rd down, Fournette. He finds an opening past the... Better places in the country weather-wise this time of year than this one right here, Tampa, Florida, and beautiful Raymond James Stadium. With the echoes of cannon blast still ringing in our ears from the north end zone. The Bucs were introduced a moment ago, and they are all set as their guys will do battle with the Kansas City Chiefs. And out come the Chiefs now. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They fake the handoff, now Murray. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he takes it all the way down to the 44-yard line.
As we've seen over the years, offense coordinators will often ease their way into drives. Many of them don't want to risk a turnover or put their defense in a bad spot, but not in this case.
Not at all. Forget about easing into it. They took a shot. It worked. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here's Murray. He's going to find his tight end, Gray, complete. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
We'll put that one in the win column for the defense. Trying to contain tight ends in the passing game is so difficult nowadays, but they did in a big way there.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long.
And the defense will spread the field, a dime package here on 3rd and 12.
To throw, it's Murray. This one complete to Mecole Hardman.
And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on 2nd down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
Murray's throw into the hands here of Hardman.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far in the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the first down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the first down, get a new set, and let's start over.
Murray's going to keep it again.
And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. Shaquille Barrett there pushing upfield to make the stop.
2nd and 14. Here's Edwards-Helaire.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there.
Way to go, guys.
Now we have Kelsey. Slow to get back to his feet. Appears to be shaken up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive. But this is 3rd down. Murray now.
They'll set up the screen to Edwards-Helaire.
And he'll get inside the 10, but he's short of the line he needed. No score after 1 on EA Sports. The Chiefs with the football as we start the 2nd quarter. Butker's kick here is good. And the Chiefs are out to a 3-0 lead. So a nice drive on the road. You come in, you take the ball down, you get 3 points.
Yeah, points are a must on an opening drive, right? So they moved it down efficiently, got it done. I think that bodes well for their chances moving forward in this one.
There it is.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. No run back here for Jones. A touchback. The Bucs ready to take over once again. They begin with a run by Fournette. Shoves him away. He's still barreling through. And finally, he goes out of bounds right at the 35-yard line. 40 yards on the ground for him so far. They finally caught up to him there at the end of the play, but great inside handoff, and what a powerful run.
The first few yards seemed relatively easy. Then it got tougher, right? And that's where he showed that he was not going to go down easily. He was not going to be denied until he got everything he could out of that run.
And a short gain down to about the 33. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
But Charles, you think about these two teams, and think about how long it's been since we've had the same two teams play in the Super Bowl back-to-back years. You have to go back to the Cowboys and Bills almost 30 years ago in the 90s. That's the only time that it's happened in the Super Bowl era. So I'm curious, what kind of chances do you see of us having a Kansas City-Tampa Bay Super Bowl in L.A. come February?
Well, you just pointed out how difficult it is for one team to get back to the Super Bowl, let alone the same two teams to play against each other. So the odds are against them, but when we tell either one of these teams they can't get back there, we think they're two of the best in the league. It shouldn't surprise us if it happens, but it is going against historical precedent. But remember last year, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, they won the Super Bowl in their own stadium. The only time that's happened in Super Bowl history, too.
Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. First down.
And what a weapon to have when you can use your quarterback as a short yardage runner and pick up first downs.
Now Wilson on first down. He finds his tight end Howard. That's complete. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in and picks up the first down.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Throwing is Wilson. Flush to his right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. Here's Wilson to throw. This is caught. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary. And he's got Gronkowski. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Rob Gronkowski there to make the grab. And the Bucs have taken the lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point up and good by Succa. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Williams to return. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. And looking at this situation, Charles, you got more than a minute. You've got all 3 timeouts. Probably no need to play this safe.
So what you're saying is that we're doing a little bit of a mind meld here, aren't we? Because I'm thinking along the same lines as you. This amount of time, don't be compelled to play it too safe. This is a chance to get points on the board. Press it a little bit.
And especially since a touchdown here gets you the lead. Meanwhile, Murray's throw here complete to Kelsey. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, second down. Well, this Bucs defense, you remember, pretty stout last year. The number 6 overall unit in the NFL.
And I think that as the season wore on, and you pointed this out to me as well, you start to see some of their rookies begin to figure things out. And they played a little more like a top 2 or 3 defense down the stretch. And I would say that in the playoffs and through the Super Bowl, they were truly the best defense in the NFL.
Throwing on first down is Murray. He gets this to Davante Adams. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So the ball moves from their own 41 to the other 41 here for first and 10. Murray going to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
Here now is second and 10, again from the 41. Murray now to throw. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a third and 10. Now Murray again. He'll drop that off to Edwards-Helaire. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. And a loss of 3 to bring up fourth.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on third down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. So we've hit halftime here in Tampa with the Bucs out in front. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Second half beginning with a run from Fournette. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On second and 7, Wilson over the middle, and it's incomplete. Right now, the story of this game continuing to be the defenses because the offenses, they're finding it difficult to establish any rhythm whatsoever.
I like how you come to us in praise of defense, Brandon, because that's exactly right. That was an incompletion force there, but we've seen it throughout this game. Both of these defense coordinators, they're a step ahead of their offensive counterparts.
He'll set up the screen to Fournette. Fournette, first down, still going as they finally wrangle him in at the 48. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
On first down, Wilson. And incomplete. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Throwing again here, Wilson. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Gronkowski the intended target, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. Here's Wilson. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. And he's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Evans has it left side. A gain of 6 there on first.
A 6-yard gain brings up 2nd and 4 at the 32-yard
line. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. Out to the left there and complete to Howard. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Yeah, that one was covered pretty well because they were trying to leak the tight end out into the flat. I think they were hoping he could catch and turn upfield and pick up the first down.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
It's a 47-yard field goal try from here, but instead they're going to opt to go for it on 4th down. They'll go with a big bank Fournette and try to push his way forward, but I think he's going to be short, and he is short. Leonard Fournette stops short of the marker on 4th down, and the Chiefs' defense comes up with a stop. Here's Edwards-Helaire as they will start on the ground. A first down and more for Edwards-Helaire. And all the way up to the 46. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
Now Edwards-Helaire. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
brings up 2nd and 8. That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Tampa. It's the Chiefs with a football, but with work to do on the scoreboard. They trail as we start quarter number 4. From just shy of midfield, Murray got an open man. It's Pringle. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Here's Murray from midfield. Escaping the pressure right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. So there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. Second and 10 from the 33-yard line. Shotgun now from Murray. Forced out to his left. Able to fight through one tackle. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a third and short, 3rd and 1. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down. Now Murray's got to have this one. And that's complete to Adams. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down.
And with the scoreboard against them here in the fourth quarter, this was definitely 4-down territory. Really nice job there of finding a way to get open, and a really nice throw. That sets them up with 1st and goal.
To throw is Murray. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. Late game, that hurts. Take the touchdown off the board.
No doubt about it, and this is where you make a great movie scene, right? Go in, rally the team. Okay, we lost points there. Let's get it back and go out and score again. Can he get it done?
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Murray tucks and runs. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, the risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Davante Adams there to make the grab. And the Chiefs are going to jump back in front.
And touchdown and congratulations and 0 relaxation ahead of them, right? Way too much time on the clock for them to start celebrating.
Part 1 is done, but now on the sideline, you already see them scrambling down there. They're getting those defensive guys ready.
Yes, you have to get those guys ready, and you also have to talk to your special teams guys. Make sure the kickoff is exactly what you want and cover it well.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. So Russell Wilson and the offense down by a field goal, a little under a minute to go. They need at minimum 3 points out of this as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And this defense has broken it open as they return it to the house for 6. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room, or they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave them a comfortable lead.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Buccaneers 7.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Now Jones. And a penalty marker's down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not a great starting field position as well.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Throwing now is Wilson. It's complete. He's got Gronk. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. Wilson to throw. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he'll be out of bounds right at about the 10-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. And right now, defensively, you love that, don't you? I mean, you'll give them that play.
And they'll take it every single time. This is almost like nickeling and diming it downfield, and too much time's going to run off the clock.
Now Wilson. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Evans. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a 1st down.
Let's go, team. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day.
Now it's Wilson. Incomplete.
Well, it's pretty difficult to sum it up offense in a 2-minute drill when your guys are struggling to put points on the board all afternoon. There's an incompletion right there.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Again, Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Now Wilson.
Connecting with Hill, and he is going to be brought down. And now making matters more dire, this is going to be 4th down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th. The sun has gone down, and so has the thermometer, as EA Sports welcomes you to venerable Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. The scene just a few moments ago, predictably loud and raucous here in KC as their beloved Chiefs took the field, and they are set to match up with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And the Chiefs offense ready to go again. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the gun, Murray. And this one caught by Travis Kelce.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense in every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
A good gain on 1st has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29.
And here's Murray on the keeper.
He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the 1st.
But Charles, you think about these two teams, and think about how long it's been since we've had the same two teams play in the Super Bowl back-to-back years. You have to go back to the Cowboys and Bills almost 30 years ago in the 90s. That's the only time that it's happened in the Super Bowl era. So I'm curious, what kind of chances do you see of us having a Kansas City-Tampa Bay Super Bowl in L.A. come February?
Well, you just pointed out how difficult it is for one team to get back to the Super Bowl, let alone the same two teams to play against each other. So the odds are against them, but when we tell either one of these teams they can't get back there, we think they're two of the best in the league. It shouldn't surprise us if it happens, but it is going against historical precedent. But remember last year, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, they won the Super Bowl in their own stadium. The only time that's happened in Super Bowl history, too.
Now a 1st down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield, a loss of 2.
As a linebacker, you're taught to stay just slightly behind the ball carrier just in case he makes a cutback. But when you find the gap, shoot it. And he found it all right. Took it straight into the backfield and made the tackle for a loss.
So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12.
Murray's throw into the hands here of Hardman.
And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 28. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first, 18 yards that time.
First and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it.
And he'll get this one down to about the 27. It was Jason Pierre-Paul who was able to get him down.
And this Bucs defense, you remember, pretty stout last year, the number 6 overall unit in the NFL.
And I think that as the season wore on, and you pointed this out to me as well, you start to see some of their rookies begin to figure things out. And they played a little more like a top 2 or 3 defense down the stretch. And I would say that in the playoffs and through the Super Bowl, they were truly the best defense in the NFL.
And Murray with a smart move there at the end of the play, picks up the first down and then slides to the ground.
That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, first and goal.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Shaquille Barrett. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on first and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
On second and goal, Murray completes it to Hardman. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it. We're scoreless after 1.
Second quarter from KC. It's the Chiefs in possession of the football as they'll see what they can do on third and goal.
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Buying time to his left. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Kyler Murray, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs take it right down and score on the opening drive.
That's a tough one there defensively because look at the stops they got on first and second down, and it's first and second and goal. And then on third down, they cover the receivers, but they leave an alley open for him to find, and he does. That is frustrating. You do almost everything right, and he still ends up in the end zone.
After the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
No run back here for Jones, a touchback. The Buccaneers offense ready to rock and roll again.
They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. Wilson.
And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw taken in by Evans here.
Yeah, they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 16, first down Tampa Bay.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they've put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, But you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
There's the stiff arm. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Yes, sir. Leonard Fournette has a well-deserved reputation as a physical, powerful runner. He's going to drop a shoulder and run over people time and time again. I think he uses it to his advantage, though. How about that last run? Set him up, looked like he's going to drop the hammer, but gave a little wiggle, a little shake. And what did he do, partner?
Left the defender right there in his wake. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Every now and then I scratch my head when I see the draw play called, especially after a great run the previous play. Keep attacking. Sometimes the draw play develops slowly, and that allows the defense to react.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Dancing to his left. Space to run past the 20. And smartly going into the slide there, Wilson has enough for the first. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. I think you'd agree that looked like the right call from up here.
No doubt about it. What everyone has to understand is that the officials are going to be right on the play each and every time. You may not like the call, but they're usually spot on.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. To throw is Wilson. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Extra point put through by Succop. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. On the return, Williams. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Kansas City taking the field for their 2nd drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. Murray now to throw. He'll drop that off to Edwards-Helaire. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So a 3rd and 10, and defensively a dime look, 6 DBs. Here's Murray. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the Buccaneers are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. After the interception, here's Wilson. A gain of 6 there on first.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 42-yard line.
Wilson trying to urge his guys to go faster and get set at the line. Here's Wilson. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down. From the gun, it's Wilson. And going deep for Hill. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
When teams take shots at the end zone, you got to defend it the same way you would defend the first down sticks. You defend the goal line exactly the same way. They can't cross that. You play through the receivers. And on that play, that's exactly what they did and batted it away.
On 2nd and 10, Wilson. And it's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Wilson. They'll swing this out to Fournette. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Take the lead here now at 10-7. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean